Dream of a day when you can live off of totally passive dividend income from your investments? Would you be surprised to know that this dream is even better than it sounds? Want to know about stocks that are now sending out even bigger dividends to their shareholders? Then you have to check out today's video.
He is a best-selling author.
30-year-old Jason Fieber has a plan.
This guy retired at only 33 years old.
I don't know if I know too many people that have accomplished something like that.
He's really kind of a guru when it comes to passive income.
Before I get into today's content, please give us a big thumbs up if you find value in our videos. Helps us to get the word out and grow the channel, and I'd really appreciate it. The dividend growth investing strategy has been a godsend to me. By living below my means and regularly investing my savings into high quality dividend growth stocks, I was able to retire in my early 30s. Now, it wasn't easy to get in that position, but if something is worth having in life, it won't be easy to get it. And let me just say, financial freedom is worth all of the so-called sacrifices, because I can think of no bigger sacrifice than not being free in life. Financial freedom is not a static, unchanging position either. It's one that actually gets better and better as time goes on. If you're living off of passive dividend income from high quality dividend growth stocks, your financial situation is improving year after year. That's because these stocks are routinely increasing their dividends to their shareholders, which is great news. Since inflation causes the cost of life to rise over time, you want to make sure that your passive income can keep up. And with a lot of high quality dividend growth stocks out there increasing their dividends at rates that exceed inflation, you should actually see your purchasing power increase over time. Today, I want to tell you about 3 dividend growth stocks that just increased their dividends. Ready? Let's dig in. The first dividend increase you should know about came courtesy of Bank OZK, stock ticker OZK. Bank OZK just increased their dividend by 1.8%. I know, 1.8%. That's not greater than inflation, right? Well, here's the thing, and it's a very cool thing. Bank OZK tends to increase their dividend every quarter. This is already the 3rd dividend increase this year. Unlike most other banks, Bank OZK never paused dividend growth. The train keeps on chugging. The regional bank has increased its dividend for 25 consecutive years. That's a vaunted dividend growth track record, up there with the dividend aristocrats of the world. With a yield of 2.7% and a 10-year dividend growth rate of 21.8%, this is a compelling combination of yield and growth. The stock is up more than 30% this year already, but the valuation isn't unreasonable. Pretty much every basic valuation metric for the stock is in line with or even below its respective recent historical average. The price-to-earnings ratio of 12.7 is certainly not extreme, nor is the price-to-book ratio of 1.2. If this regional bank wasn't on your radar before, now it is. The second dividend increase I want to tell you about came from Essential Utilities Inc., stock ticker WTRG. Essential Utilities just increased their dividend by 7%. Your bills are consistent and reliable, right? I know mine are. Well, you want passive income to be just as consistent and reliable, if not more so. And on this count, Essential Utilities delivers. This is the 29th consecutive year of dividend increases for the water and natural gas utility company. How's that for reliable? Oh yeah, consistency. Let's also talk about that. Essential Utilities increases its dividend by about the same 7% per year like clockwork. Last year's dividend increase was 7%. The one before that, yep, 7% again. Gotta love it. While the stock's yield of 2.3% won't light the world on fire, the consistent, reliable nature of the dividend raises is worth a lot. This stock has been a laggard. It's basically flat on the year, which may have created an opportunity. The market's up big this year, but this stock isn't. That's made it more appealing on a relative basis. The price-to-earnings ratio of 28.9 might look rich, but that's actually well below its own 5-year average of 34.5. With water becoming the new liquid gold, water utilities are arguably worth rich valuations. Last but not least, let's talk about the dividend increase that came in from Jefferies Financial Group Inc., stock ticker JEF. Jefferies just increased their dividend by a whopping 25%. Take that combat inflation, goods and services are getting more expensive by the day. That's just a fact of life. But when you have dividend growth stocks handing out big dividend increases like this, dealing with inflation becomes as easy as taking candy from a baby. The financial services company has increased its dividend for 5 consecutive years. If you think this 25% dividend increase was already impressive, buckle your seatbelt. This is actually the second dividend increase from Jefferies in 2021. With both dividend increases factored in, the dividend is up 66.7% this year. That's some very nice dividend growth acceleration off of the 5-year dividend growth rate of 19.1%, which in and of itself is very strong. The stock is up 35% this year, but recent business results can justify this. This stock has been killing it in terms of performance, but so is the business. Their most recent quarter showed 70% year-over-year revenue growth. Of course, that's coming off of some depressed numbers from 2020, so you have to take it with a big grain of salt. Still, the business is firing on all cylinders and then some. Make sure to take a good look at this stock. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Give us a like if you did, and let us know in the comments what you think about these dividend increases. Please make sure to subscribe to the channel and ring that notification bell so that you don't miss out on new content. Also take a look at the description box below for some important links, including a link to my personal stock portfolio. This 6-figure portfolio, which I call the Fire Fund, generates enough passive dividend income for me to live off of. It allowed me to retire in my early 30s. I've made my portfolio entirely accessible over a Patreon, and I also post alerts there whenever I buy or sell stock. I put my money where my mouth is, and I'm often invested in the same high-quality dividend growth stocks that I make videos on. Over the years, I've heard from thousands of investors who have been profiting from many of the same exact stocks that I own. So if you think this is something that you could benefit from as well, check the link in the description to see my portfolio and start getting my buy and sell alerts. I'll see you next time.